Hey, it's Luke Miller here from Potential for Change and TruthTheory.com. Big massive thank you for coming along to watch this video. Much love and respect to y'all. Today I wanted to talk about duality. I'm not really too sure exactly what I'm going to say, but just kind of some of the discoveries that have happened around duality, because duality is such a interesting concept. It's like everything in the physical is dual, you know, everything has its opposites. You know, some may not be so obvious at first, you know, but everything has its opposing force, you know, like hot and cold, light and dark, and you know, masculine, feminine, or male and female, you know, and so I've got spider webs on my face. But yeah, and it's kind of I guess one of the things that come to me recently is, you know, maybe like you think of something like a tree, for example, like, well, what's the opposite to a tree? And I don't really know, to be honest, but I kind of think, like, if you think of alchemy, you know, maybe there's some kind of opposing forces that work, you know, like a disease, for example, and there's a disease, and the tree is almost like the opposite of that, and it works to combat that, you know, like, and you know, everything kind of has this nature that everything has an opposing force. It's like the lead into gold. That's the metaphor for alchemy, you know, turning the lead into gold. And you know, maybe every to turn the lead into gold, you have to find the opposing force of whatever lead is, you know, and but it's within the process of trying to find out what that is comes the magic and the mystique, you know, kind of like you end up performing alchemy on your own soul as a result of that. And that's something I found quite magical about the whole alchemy, is you can just use it on yourself, using duality, and like you know, like polarity, duality is the same thing, you know, like two ends of the pole. So, you know, if you experience a certain emotion, a certain feeling, a certain unpleasant thing in your life, you can look for the opposing force, you know, and use like mental alchemy and be like, okay, well, what is the opposing force to what it is that I'm experiencing now? And sometimes it takes a little bit of digging and looking around, but mental alchemy is definitely something that it works. It's really kind of effective, you know, but it requires us to think a little bit, you know, and we're allowed to think. This is like, you know, something that's kind of been beaten out of us, like you know, like we have a doctor for this, we have a banker for this, look after your finances, we have you know, this person looks after you in this situation, and yeah, to a certain extent that them things are helpful because it stops us from having to do everything all of the time. But in certain circumstances we can actually stop for 5 minutes and think for ourselves and go, okay, you know, I'm experiencing this, maybe I can think of what the opposing force is, and maybe I can use some mental alchemy. Anyway, I've gone from like duality to mental alchemy, and one of the points I wanted to make about duality, which I found very interesting, because I've been working with trying to understand the Holy Trinity, which is like mind, body and spirit, you know, or salt, mercury and sulfur, or, you know, all these different things. And within that, it was kind of you know, there's a lot of things that are in threes, you know, three different opposing things which make up the whole body and essence and everything of a specific thing. Like if you look at this tree, you know, like you can take this tree and you can like perform alchemy. I'm going back to alchemy again. And you have the body, which is the solid, you know, and then it had the essence, which you use alcohol to extract the essence, and the mind, yeah, and the mind. There's a way, you know, like you burn it and it kind of yeah, you can break it up into the three different components, which is the salt, the sulfur, and the mercury, which is the mind, body, and soul, basically. But anyway, one of the discoveries that I found recently with this, looking into the whole Holy Trinity and all that kind of stuff, is if you look at duality, for example, like masculine, feminine, hot, cold, all this, it's not actually a duality, it's more like a trinity, because if you think of hot and cold, what's central to hot and cold? It's like warm, you know, or I don't know, would it be warm? It would be like neutral, right? You know, like a neutral thing. So like there's the central point, you know. If you look at masculine and feminine, not as a physical, like I am a man and you are a woman, but the masculine feminine energy, the masculine feminine balance that most like alchemy again is a good example, but a lot of like religious texts and a lot of different things, they held up this masculine like yin and yang is the like masculinity and femininity, and they held up the balance of masculine and femininity as the pinnacle of, like, you know, spiritual enlightenment or spiritual experience. So if you look at masculine and feminine as in its metaphorical sense, that also has a central ground of the balance, you know. And if you look at like I'm trying to think of another example, anything with two poles, you know, it has this central ground as well, you know, and it kind of turns it into a trinity. And I guess I don't know exactly. I'm trying to work out some things, like what that means, but it's really interesting, you know, that everything has these like, there's so much numerology hidden within like our existence, and you know, like it's like there's a code embedded within what it is that we do, and the further we go down this rabbit hole, the more we kind of unlock, and the more mysterious, the more boxes we open, and the more questions that get asked, and it kind of leads us down this path. And one of the things that I've really kind of realised recently is, if you're looking for answers in life, like if you want to search, you're just going to realise how little you know. You know, like that's what the search is. The search is usually finding more questions, and you search, you find more questions, and the more material you read, the more experiences you have, the deeper you open up your box and expand, the more you realise you hardly know anything at all, and the more you realise how far this hole goes, and it's like, you know, it goes deep. So if you want to explore, if you want to be an adventurer, if you want to you want this stuff, you're not going to really get any clarity. You know, it's kind of like, there's kind of like a part of the agreement, you know, of coming along for this ride. You want to come along for this ride, you have to find some acceptance in the fact that this ride doesn't come with good night's sleep and clarity. Don't get me wrong, I've really good night's sleep, but I'm just saying, like, if this world can rattle you, you know, if you decide to go down this rabbit hole, and it's beautiful if you can accept that, if you can really like just embrace that and be that, you know, it's a real magical and beautiful thing. So big love to y'all. I'm going to go now, and I'm going to wish you all the love in the world. I hope whatever you do today, you do it with all your heart and soul, and yeah, just keep living, because we're on this beautiful gigantic rock, like all together, you know, like one big family. We're all entangled with from the same particle. That's where we all came from. We all originated from this original atom that split, and, you know, me, this big tree, this piece of wood here, you know, the plastics, everything, you know, like this t-shirt, these crystals, they all come from that particle, you know. We're so essentially like, we are all one, you know, we all share the same stuff, you know, we're made up of a few little bits, you know, and that's it, you know, and that's where we come from. And you know, life's not that serious, man. So if you're taking it too seriously, and you're hating people because of the colour of their skin, or because of whatever silly reasons there are, you know, even if there's serious reasons, you know, like if that's what you live in, man, you need to realise that we are actually all one, not just from a hippie, let's all love each other kind of perspective, but also from a scientific point of view, you know. We're all one unified thing, and man, you know, we all came from the same, so we are all the same, and we can just join, you know, together in unity. It's all possible. Everything's possible. The world is changing at a ridiculous rate, you know, and technology revolution has just happened, a communication revolution, like it's happening, you know. Things change very, very quickly. So if we ever want to like live in peace and harmony and stuff. You know, let's just do it. Let's be that change. Let's be the example. Let's lead by example and show people, you know what, it's okay to be this, it's okay to do this, it's okay to treat people with respect, love, compassion and care. So much peace and love to y'all. I will speak to you very, very soon. Check me out on potentialforchange.com, sign up for my free ebook, and check me out on truththeory.com for my articles, and subscribe to this please, because that would be amazing, because the more people I can reach, the better, you know. This would be amazing, you know. I'd love to speak to every single person who wants to hear this message, so please, please, please show the love. Peace.